Hey guys, I am back. It's me, Bobby. Yes, I'm alive. I'm here. Whew. Life has been lifing, but I am here. Everything is well. Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. It's been a little bit, but it's just been one thing after another. Um, Dealing with just a little sickness, just feeling, well, first, my grandbabies, they've been sick on and off, passing it back and forth to each other. So then every time I'm around them, I go through like a couple of days where I feel like I'm getting something. And now it's basically, it never, thank God, because I always drink tea and the vitamin C and all that stuff. So for me, it just kind of like I bypassed the whole head cold thing, which is good. And it just went right here to my chest kind of. So, and I'm fine all day long, but at nighttime, and then especially when I wake up in the morning, I'm like coughing a little bit, but thank God, it could be worse. All the doggies are good, and I have a little story time. So hold on, let me grab them. So here's little mama. She's gotten a little bigger, if you can see. Are you still a little girl? She's still only about 4 pounds, but she definitely has like gotten taller. But she's a good girl. She's really not a good girl. And Mr. Shale. He is the OG, Mr. Shale. You want to say hi to the people, Shale? Maybe they missed you. Anyhow, so it's beautiful out here today. So I am sitting outside after work. I just, I got comfortable, so forgive me. And I'm drinking some coffee. So I'm gonna do another video. It's my third coffee maker. I know I'm crazy. So I already have like a regular coffee maker, and then I have an espresso. But for some reason, I just wanted to have the option to make a K-cup. It's like okay, motorcycle. But I don't love K-cups because K-cups they're not the best, right? But I wanted to have the option of just if I wanted like something really quick in the afternoon, like I'm drinking now. I usually don't do it. Or times where my husband wants a cup of coffee and he doesn't know how to use the coffee. Well, he doesn't want to learn how to use the coffee maker. I wanted to have something simple. So with that said, I didn't get a Keurig because the Keurig reviews were just horrible. I used to have the OG ones, but I guess now they're not so great. So I went with the Hamilton Beach, which is supposed to be sturdier, so we shall see. But anyway, I'm kind of sitting crooked here, but anyway, it is what it is. And I'm doing this on my phone because I'm thinking hopefully the storage stays together and I'll be able to upload it just quickly from my phone. So this weekend, me and my daughter, we did go to see Brandon Lake. Oh, it was awesome. So it was in Charlotte, and we had pre-booked the tickets for, over 6 months ago. I had the tickets. So a couple funny stories, because me and my daughter, number one, whenever we get together, we're kind of like the blind leading the blind. So we know that funny things are gonna happen. It is what it is. We make the best of it, but just some funny things. So first of all, the parking situation. So we had to go to downtown Charlotte. Well, I guess it's called Uptown Charlotte. That's where the Spectrum Center is and everything. And so my daughter was gonna do the driving. My daughter does great in city situations and all that, one-way roads and all that stuff. Bobby doesn't. So she was driving, and I figured, so the Spectrum Center, being that it's right in the middle of the city apparently, because I googled, they don't have their own parking garage, so you have to like find parking. So I was thinking to myself, because I'm a planner, I don't like to be sporadic. I said, let me go ahead and try to pre-book some parking. So I go to looking, and then my daughter, she has a thing with parking garages. So I'm like, oh, I found a pre-parking at a Marriott hotel just a few blocks away, but it's a garage. And she's like, well, how about this other place? It was an outdoor lot. And she's like, ask, you know, Angel what he thinks. So I asked my husband, and he's like, well, being that you two are going to be out there by yourself, you probably should get the garage. So my daughter's like, fine, okay, you can go ahead and get the garage. So we get there. We get to Charlotte. We're early. So the reservation says 5 o'clock. It's like 4:20 or something. So we go, we look for the place, and in downtown Charlotte or uptown, wherever it is, in the center of Charlotte, there's no parking. There's zero parking. So we think we found where it was, but we're early anyway. So we're like, okay, well, what do we do? We're not just going to keep driving around. So I Google, and I'm like, well, I see a Whole Foods, right? We can just go to Whole Foods, whatever, like maybe use the bathroom in Whole Foods. And then by that time, it'll be 5 o'clock. So we go to Whole Foods, and we go through the parking. We have to get a ticket, so it's a garage, right? But it's a grocery store. So we're like, and then my daughter thought she read something about how, oh, parking no longer than 2 hours or something like that. So we assumed when they said parking no longer than 2 hours that like it would be free. You know. So we go in, use the bathroom, whatever, and then when we get ready to leave, it was $6. So we were there for 10 minutes. I would hate to live in any kind of city anymore. Ugh, it's just not for me. But anyway, nonetheless, what are you gonna do? So we pay the $6. Then we head off to our garage. Go to the garage. We think it's our garage. It's not. The lady, we already got the ticket and everything, and we're like, is this the because there's no way to go back, turn back around. We're like, is this the Marriott hotel parking? She's like, no, that's around the block. So we're already there. She's like, if you can hurry up and get out of here, turn around and get out of here within, I think she said like 3 minutes, then you won't be charged leaving. Okay. So we get in, it's a whole maze, we make it out. So then we find our parking. Now I have a QR code on my phone that they give you when you pre-park. We already paid, it is what it is. We get there. My daughter tries to scan the code. Thank God there was nobody behind us. At this point, the garage was kind of dead. So she tries to scan it. It doesn't work. She tries to scan it again. And then she just starts pushing buttons, and they give out a ticket. And she takes it, and the thing opens. And oof, there's like a moth. And I'm like, no, Ashley, we already prepaid for this. This ticket, they're going to charge us again when we leave. So we start to try to press for help. Nothing. Nobody's around. So we go and we park, right? So when we're walking to go out, we're just like, oh, we'll settle it later. It was still kind of early before the concert, but being that there was nobody around, we were parked not too far away from where like the exit and the entrance was. So I see that there was another button at the exit. So I press the button, ask for assistance, whatever. He comes on, tell him the whole thing. You know, we already paid, we're trying to leave, blah, blah, blah. So what he does is he opens the gate for us to go. We're not in a car. The car's already parked. So we're like, well, what should we do? So we walk, we're like, forget it, we'll deal with it later. But then something told me, I'm like, no, we shouldn't wait. Let's run to the car, because we looked and the thing was still open. I think it was gonna stay open until somebody left, which nobody was there. So I said, no, I think the best thing to do is to get the car, go out, and come back in and try to use this QR code. We get the car, we go out, we go in, and so the QR code scanned, right? Great, perfect. So we finally get in. So we get in, and we're able to park. And you would think that when you go to leave, that the QR code, like, why wouldn't it work to leave? How are you going to get out? After the concert, we go and we try to use the same QR code to leave. It didn't work. At this point now, there are people that are behind us in line, but granted, we left a Christian concert, so they weren't, beeping at us or anything like that. So we had to ask for help again, give the whole code. It was just such a fiasco. And it's so funny because I had to apologize to my husband because I got on my husband about a month ago when he took a trip to Chicago, and I did the same thing. I prepaid his parking, all the stuff. And then when he gets home, he has a ticket of like $140 from Charlotte Airport. And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, the QR code didn't work. It didn't work. So what was I supposed to do? There's people behind me honking and I had to leave. And I was just like, oh, I was thinking in my head, oh, you must have done it wrong. But no, he probably did it right. Anyway, with that, first I tried to dispute it with the airport because I already prepaid, and then the airport actually denied it. So I disputed it with my credit card, and I showed them that I had already prepaid for parking, and then the credit card gave us back our $140. But yeah, so some takeaways from that was, is pre-parking good? It could save you probably a couple dollars, but in our experience anyway, it just didn't work out. And then another funny story. So I had ordered these tickets many moons ago, and I'd never been to the Spectrum Center. It's not huge. I think they said it holds 16,000, so big enough. But when we get our tickets were like in the 200s. So I'm thinking, well, that sounds decent, because I've been to, concerts before, like New York, Miami, Florida, and 200s, should be okay. So we're looking, trying to find our seats, and then we're like stepping up higher. So we're way at the top, like way at the top. If you were scared of heights, it would be a little frightening. It was perfect because so Brandon Lake concerts, they give you like a wristband, and it's so cool. It has like a light on it that they can control. So during the praise and worship, it will like light up, and then you could see everybody, with their hands in the air and everything, which was nice because we had like a total view of everything. But with that said, it was like climbing a mountain, and we got used to it. So after a while, we were fine. We were standing up, we were okay. But there were some that didn't make it. So right away, before the concert even started, there was a lady that was like right behind us, and she was hyperventilating. She was going through it. She couldn't take it up there. So the people she was with, bless her heart, had to help her down. And then there were these other ladies that were sitting next to us. We call them the French fry girls because, we don't know their name. But at first when they first got in, they were just like, oof, we're high up. And we were like, yeah, we are high up. So then they decided to leave again, I guess before the concert started, to get like food. I think this is a huge mistake. So they come back with like chili cheese fries, like this huge plate. And me and my daughter were even thinking about it after. We were like, that was probably a really poor decision, especially if you weren't like if you were dizzy, you know what I mean? Like if you're dizzy or whatever and you don't feel good, you don't want to put that much greasy food on your stomach. So literally like maybe 10 minutes after they did that, and it was right at the beginning of the show. Oh, my husband's home. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. So he distracted me. The dogs are probably gonna bark. But yeah, they were just like, oh, excuse us again, we have to get back down. And they never came back. So we assumed that they got sick, not sure. But anyhow, that is my story, guys. But I hope everybody is having a blessed day. And yes, if Brandon Lake is ever in your area, you definitely should see him. He is really awesome in concert. If you don't know who he is, look up some of his videos. He's really good. But until the next video, guys, I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye.